Okay, you guys, we need to talk about what's going on with Kate Middleton. I'm actually concerned for her. Where is Kate? We're going to have to need some proof of life. And what type of sick games is the Palace playing? Baby, it's a lot. Do you know that the Palace has just, and by Palace, it is the mirror. If you guys don't know, Camilla is knee deep in that mirror. William and Kate were keying when Camilla was using the Mirror and the Sun and the Daily Mail to bury Harry and Meghan. Okay, people have long rumored that Camilla, she got her fingers everywhere, including in some apples and making some horsey wine. Anyway, right? William was keying and Kate were laughing when she was using her powers against Harry and Meghan. But it looks like now they've turned on Will and Kate. I knew Camilla was going to get her lick in when Kate upstaged her at her coronation. And you know, Camilla did not want to be upstaged. She had schemed her whole life for that. She even told all the royal women, at first you can't wear your tiaras and you got to dress somewhat casual. And Kate came in looking like a bedazzled Rose Hannaberry in Rose Hannaberry cosplay. And then on the king's first engagement, she showed up at the flower show, took the king's thunder, and then said she doesn't know why Charles is so jealous of her. I knew Camilla was coming for her. I just know Camilla didn't think Camilla would be this vicious. Y'all, do you know that the Mirror just released this article? Now, when you hear this article, one, I would say keep an open mind, but these people are so heavy-handed, you don't even have to use your imagination or keep an open mind. But two, you realize that Harry, at least from my account, Harry's thing his lawsuit exposed that he ripped the veil off of the invisible contract. The royals and the papers work in tandem. Not only that, the royals have full-on PR agencies. There is not anything printed at all that gets printed without either their knowledge, their consent, and or their permission, especially when it gets up to as far as Charles and, of course, William. So keep that in mind as I read this article, because this is wild what they are implying. They said Royal Author Tom Quinn made the accusations in his book, Gilded Youth, an intimate history of growing up in the royal family. This is in the Mirror direct, as a matter of fact, one of their headline ones. In the novel, he claims that William and Kate's relationship is not all sweetness, despite how they may seem in public. According to the author, this is a royal biographer sanctioned by, well, not sanctioned, but very friendly with Camilla and cool with Charles. According to the author, the extraordinary claims are said to come from discussions with palace staff and royal insiders. Speaking about Prince William and Kate's seemingly perfect marriage, okay, he said this to Fox News Digital. He just gave this interview. He said, someone at the palace told me about the nicknames they have for each other, but it's not all sweetness. They have terrible rows. For all my people in America, that's fights. They have terrible fights where they throw things at each other. Kate might seem to be a very calm person, and William also, but it's not always true, because the big stress for William and Kate is that they're constantly surrounded by palace aides. It's like a Jane Austen novel. In his book, he also documents royal family nicknames such as Babe, Baldy, Babykins, Duchess of Doolittle, and DOD. But not all the nicknames are innocent fun. One source is alleged to have told Quinn that when William is angry at Kate, he calls her darling in a distinctive change of tone. He added, Kate is very much the calm one. William is the one who's a bit hot-headed. We see an example of that in Harry's book, but Kate is very level-headed. If you guys don't know what happened in Harry's book, William literally laid hands on Harry, knocked him over flat on his back, and then stood on them, demanding that Harry fight back. If you're wondering what caused them to do that, William's entitled, and that causes him to do anything. That's my opinion. They're saying she's the one who'll pour oil on troubled waters and go, let's not stir things up. Of course, privately, William and Kate, like all couples, fall out, argue, shout at each other, and say mean things to each other. But Kate is an appeaser by instinct, and William always gives way as he's had more than enough emotional turmoil, divorce, and disruption as a child. They go on to say how the staff sometimes worry. Hold on, let me pull up the exact quote. All right, I found the direct quotes because I wanted to be specific about this. They said, for those unversed, all these admissions about Prince William and Kate Middleton have come from inside the palace. While referencing these insiders, Tom Quinn said, from people I've spoken to, it's not as placid as it seems. It's not as perfect as it might seem. But the reason they get well together is because William adopts the manners and the way of behaving of his grandmother, while Kate is very good at not complaining and adopting. So basically, Kate's his doormat. Oh, it's not over. He believes it's exactly the reason for their marital success. Both of them have stuck to the thing that made the late queen such a remarkable monarch. They very, very rarely complain, and when they do, it's always in measured terms. However, they do have terrific rows within Buckingham Palace walls, and many insiders have bought this delight on multiple occasions. Before signing off, he compared the couple's rows and pointed out how some couples have a row and throw heavy vases at each other. William and Kate throw cushions, pillows at each other. It's always kept under control. In doing this, they're able to be less picked apart than Harry and Meghan. You guys, they said, and this is what William did to Harry. They're saying that he recalled that he and Prince William's feelings toward Queen Camilla, especially after she married King Charles. Despite William and me urging him not to, Paul was going ahead. We pumped his hand, wished him well, no hard feelings. We recognized that he was finally going to be with the woman he loved, the woman he'd always loved, the woman fate might have intended for him in the first place. So whatever bitterness or sorrow we felt over the closing of another loop of Mummy's story, we understood that that was besides the point. Again, he went on to say, let me just speed this up because I'm going to get to the good part. He went on to say how he felt like Camilla would literally leave bodies in the street to get what she wanted, to do what she wanted. Again, Harry warned William. In fact, William repaid him by literally violently assaulting him in his own home. Now, you might say, what's the big deal? Some couples throw vases, others throw pillows. The fact that two people behind palace walls are having arguments so intense that they're trying to assault each other with pillows, and that it's always kept under control so nobody gets hurt, as if there's an option that it could. But more importantly, and this is what makes me be like, huh? Listen, no one knows what's going on with Kate. If you guys didn't see my other video, Spanish media have broken the story that they were told by royal sources that Kate is in a medically induced coma due to her abdominal surgery. Couple that with the fact of I did another video, please go watch it, where William lashes out at people talking about Kate's eating disorder, and it sounds like he's kind of admitting that there might be an issue. It's very, very strangely worded. But Kensington Palace, and Buckingham, who's obsessed with image, who's obsessed and is in bed with the tabloids, according to Harry, getting so sloppy in all these things, you guys, Kensington Palace and Buckingham Palace are at war. Kate is out. Charles has just said, they've literally said that Kate's going to extend her hospital stay, and Charles is going to extend his hospital stay too. But he's going to come back to work after a month. Kate is not going to work until about mid-April. William is taking off from work to stay with Kate, even though he's only seen her one time. And William is going into this Pollyanna do-good thing about how he's the bestest father in the world. You guys, listen, I don't know what's going on. Something bad is happening, but you got to admit the timing of the story, that William likes to get handsy with pillows around Kate and the other stuff. You guys, what do you think? What do you think? I think that it's worse than they're letting on. And at this point, I'm really, again, Kate is a horrible person, but just as another human being, can we see proof of life of that other human being and actually make sure she's okay? Let's also not forget into the fact that she is basically a head of state. She does have official duties. This is part of the contract between the royals and the British people. But then again, I'm not from the UK. So my UK Tattle Tells, let me know what you think, because it seems highly unusual to us. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye.